today we're going to make Tarte Tatin. I don't know, did I get the French accent enough? Tarte Tatin, chérie. That's what we're making. Welcome back to my channel, MBC Lifestyles Diary. My name is Marie. I live in New York. I love traveling, cooking and entertaining, fashion and cultural events, and I'm asking you to join me on the adventure. So Tarte Tatin was developed by these two French sisters in Paris who owned a hotel. And it's a fancy way of saying French style apple pie. It's delicious. I always order it, so I figured let me make it for you. So we start off with the apples, and I use like Gala Crisp and Apple Gala, and you cut it like in big chunks and you peel it. And I didn't use a core. I scooped out the seeds because you need the big chunks. Obviously, I've got a pot and I'm putting about a quarter cup of water. You don't want it to be too much because you want the liquids from the apple. And now I'm placing the apples here. And I'm going to be putting butter, my favorite, and some brown sugar. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, no, I need more butter. And I need more sugar. I need some vanilla extract, about a teaspoon, the usual. And cinnamon. Now we're going to let this delicious goodness cook and the apples soften. And as you can see here in this skillet, I have sprinkled white sugar and put more butter, because that's what I'm going to put the apples in. And overnight, I let my phyllo dough thaw, because that's what I'm going to wrap it in. So this is the key, your puff pastry sheet. At this point, your house is smelling wonderful. All that cinnamon and brown sugar, and just want to make sure the apples are softened, which they are. I'm going to lower the heat. I'm not turning it off, and I'm getting my skillet. And also to note that my oven has been preheating at 400 degrees. And now, the reason that I chose the Gala apples and the Ruby Apple Crisp is because they do not crumble. They can take up the syrup that I had them cook in. So I'm going to arrange them in the pan. Course side up. So if you've watched my cooking show, you know that I'm always looking for ways to make it less complicated. And if you look at this dish, because it's a very popular dish, some people do make it complicated. They have you doing the caramel first and telling you be careful not to burn your caramel. And, then you gently place the apples in it. And I'm like, gently don't burn my caramel. There's got to be a better way. So I came up with this way of doing it. And it works well for me, and I hope you try it. And you tell me how it turned out for you. But I've been ordering this dish at French restaurants forever. Then I hear the story that it was a mistake. And some of the best dishes are mistakes. And it became very popular at the restaurant. So popular that every French restaurant has it on the menu. The Tarte Tatin. Okay, so I am happy that every square inch of this pan is occupied by apples. Now I'm going to turn up the heat and reduce the syrup. It's really that sugary goodness that you want. And you saw that the little bit of water that I had produced this much because the liquid comes from the apples. And as you can tell, I have been missing France or Paris. Because it really is the simplest things that come out so good. And the first time I had it, I was like, what is this? And I made it for the family, and my nephew is a very big apple pie fan. And he was just like, what is this? I'm like, you have to try it. He's like, I like American apple pie. I like my pie covered. I was like, I understand that, but try it. He reluctantly tried and said, oh my God, this is delicious. This is so good. So it's not to replace it, but it's just a variation on a dish, Everybody has apple pie. I think the English have apple crumble that then translated to the Americas. Food is wonderful. So you see it's bubbled, it's reduced. So now I'll pour it over the apples. And I will take the phyllo dough I will start layering it on top of this wonderful concoction. Mind you, I'm going to take several sheets Yes, and if you look at it on other channels, they'll have you cutting a perfect circle to cover it. Yeah. Why? You're going to be putting it in, like scooping the apple in. Like a gift. I think I've got like 5 sheets of phyllo dough so far. Scooping the apples in. And I'm crisscrossing it. It's like wrapping a present. So I think I'm 6 sheets in. Let's make it 7. Looks good. Neat package. Okay. And now I'm gonna some holes in it. Neatly. Looks good to me. And I will place it in the oven for 35 to 40 minutes. See you soon. So I've been checking on it and I'm waiting for the crust to get a nice golden brown and the house smells wonderful. So I'm going to take it out. And let me be honest with you. This is the part that scares me because you have to flip it while it's hot. And make sure that you get a plate that's bigger, okay? Some people would just place it on the cutting board just to make their lives easier. But, you know, who serves dessert on a cutting board? So I'm going to give it a minute. Let some of the steam escape. And I might have to ask for some help, but let's see how we do. This is hot, and the liquid is hot. So yes, it takes courage sometimes. But let me see. And I did it. And it's done. Tarte Tatin. This I will serve with sour cream because that is delicious. But you can serve it with ice cream or whipped cream. But I think the sour cream, oh my gosh, it's so good. So I'm going to let this cool off, and then I'll show you when I plate it. So here we are, about to have dessert, and we've served it with ice cream, whipped cream, sour cream, so that your guests have a choice. I really like it with sour cream. It brings out such a great contrast. So let me cut it and plate it. Sour cream. So good.